Hi guys, it's Tay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk about toxic perfectionism. So I know I'm not the only person on earth who is a perfectionist. Now sometimes I like having that quality, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes being that way motivates me to try harder and perfect things and get better at my craft, whatever it may be. But there are huge downsides to being a perfectionist, and I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of my own experience with that. And if you guys struggle with it too, then I'm hoping that you can relate to this or that this video can help you in one way or another. So how do you know if you're a perfectionist? You know because nothing is good enough and you are always working really, really hard to perfect things and make them perfect. And sadly, perfection doesn't exist in this world. None of us are perfect. None of us are ever going to be perfect, no matter how hard we try. And that is something that is completely frustrating, and we spend as perfectionists a lot of time trying to make things the best that we can, and that gets really, really hard over a certain amount of time. It wears on you, and you will always reach that point of burnout. So if you're a perfectionist, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the burnout. It's something that we just can't seem to avoid because we just can't help ourselves. We have to keep trying and keep trying to make things perfect. So one thing I've found helps, but it's probably the hardest thing to do, is to let it go. It's so hard to stop burning yourself out, trying to reach that level that just might not exist, and to allow yourself to be a human being and to take a break or to accept the hard work that you have done and to accept that that is enough and that it's okay. I'm so guilty of that. There are a lot of things that I don't share because I don't feel like they're perfect. I don't feel like they're good enough. I feel like I could do better, and I am so guilty of that. And I'm trying and I'm learning to try and let those things go. One example is YouTube. I had wanted to start a YouTube channel for years and years and years, and I always held myself back from it because I felt like I had to be perfect before I started. I had to know everything. I had to have everything. I had to be everything. But that's not true. And that's something I've battled with for literally years. And that is only one example. I have a lot of things that I love to do and a lot of things that I pursue. And it's been hard because I feel like I've been in my own way and I've held myself back from a lot because I've just kept burning myself out, trying to be perfect in everything. And I can't do it. Nobody can. So I'm trying to learn to accept where I am and allow myself to grow, to continue growing, because there's nothing wrong with trying to make something the best that we can. But there's a point where it turns into a toxic trait. And that is something that, like I said, I am still learning myself how to overcome and how to let it go. So consider if you have that trait. And I want to challenge you to get to a point where you let it go. And you just do something even if you feel like you're not ready. You do something even if you feel like you're not good enough or it's not perfect enough. I challenge you to just do it. And it's going to be the hardest thing you probably ever do. But I promise you it will be the most rewarding. And I don't mean rewarding as in everyone will like you, it'll be perfect, it'll be great, it'll explode, whatever it is. What I mean by rewarding is personally. It will be personally rewarding. You'll feel better and you will allow yourself to grow. If you're a perfectionist, I want you to allow yourself time to decompress, time to relax, time to enjoy all of the hard work that you put into everything that you do, and to realize that you are enough. Even if you don't feel like you are. Sorry, I am such a crier. I often feel that way myself, that I'm not good enough, or I try so hard and things don't work out the way I want, or things aren't as good as I wish they were. And I don't want anyone else to feel that way, because that is such a burden that we place on ourselves, that it's okay. It's okay to break down. It's okay to burn out. That we're not superhuman. And we don't have to be. Oh my heck. Stop crying, okay? Now, I'm not saying don't keep trying and just accept where you are right now and never work. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is give yourself a little bit of grace and realize that maybe this is as good as you can do right now. We can always progress. We all have room to improve. And that is so true. But that doesn't mean that just because we're not here at this level right now where we want to be, what we think is perfection, doesn't mean that we can't share things or do them just because they're not at that level yet. So I think I would be the biggest hypocrite in the world if I didn't do this. Okay, so this is really hard for me because it's very vulnerable. Something that I like to think is my biggest kept secret, if you will, is I love to do music. I love to write music. I love to write songs and produce music and compose them. And I am not a great singer, but I wrote a song about exactly what I'm talking about today. That we're not superhuman. And it's okay. And I felt like I should share it. But ironically, the perfectionist in me says it's not good enough, it's not perfect enough, you're not a good singer, you're just an amateur. But I would be so hypocritical if I didn't share it. I know that it's not perfect, and it's so hard for me to share. It's a song that I wrote called Not Superhuman. And it's because I personally feel that way. I struggle with feeling that way, and I'm constantly so hard on myself for not being good enough or whatever it may be. And this song talks about my personal struggles, and that's why it's also really hard, because it's so vulnerable. And I don't know. I hope that you guys will listen to it and take it for what it is and realize that I'm not trying to be perfect, and I know that I'm not, and I am not super great at everything, unfortunately. As much as I wish I was, it is something that's very important to me and very personal to me, and I just really wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, I will probably be uploading it to YouTube after this video. And yeah, like I said, it is so far from perfect, and I'm not a singer, and I know I could have done better. I actually tried. I tried to re-record the song. I tried to make it perfect, but it lost that quality that it originally had. It lost the feeling. And if we're not here to try to be perfect, we're here to be real. We're here to be relatable. So that is what I am trying to do, and it's extremely hard for my perfectionist mind. So anyway, I hope that you guys give it a listen, and I hope that it touches you in one way or another. So yeah, if you guys watch this video all the way through, thank you so much. I feel so inadequate with doing video, and I'm like, why do I want to do YouTube? Because I'm such a dork, and I don't know what I'm doing half the time, and I don't know what kind of videos that anyone would want to see. But if you do watch my videos, and if you are subscribed, just know that it means the absolute world to me, and I love you guys so much, and I am so thankful for your constant support, and I hope that I can somehow help someone doing YouTube in some way or another. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.